Hi everyone. So in this particular video, we'll be updating the progress status of our project in terms of schedule as well as in terms of cost. So this is the most significant video for the Microsoft project because ultimately whatever we are doing is just to assure that our project should not fall behind schedule as well as there should not be any cost overruns. So there might be any possibilities that the client or the management, senior management, they ask you to give the status of your project, how your project is running, how your activities are going. So for that purpose, you need to update the status of your project and you need to present some reports of earned value management of all and all. So earned value management we'll understand in the next video, but here we'll be tracking the progress status. So without any delay, let us get started. So first of all, from the presentation, whatever resources were mentioned in the presentation, I have considered only those resources, and also I have not at all resolved the over allocation. Whatever over allocation was there, I have made it as it is, and let us see how it progresses. Okay, so for that we can just go to the resource sheet and you can see the resources and all. I have deleted the cost resources, some dummy resources I created for the demonstration purposes like clearance, insurance, traveling and all. So I have deleted those resources because those resources might hinder in the earned value management also, which we will see in the next video for sure. So we'll go back to the Gantt chart and let us get started. So the very first step to update the progress status is to set a baseline. We have already understood what is a baseline, how to set a baseline. But again, for your revision kind of thing, I'll just explain you that baseline is nothing but a kind of standard or reference that you set for your project to track the progress with respect to that particular reference. Okay, so how to set the baseline? You need to go to the project tab. In the option of set baseline, you can go to the set baseline once again, and here you can choose the entire project and you can click on OK. So your baseline has been set. How to see whether your baseline has been set or not? In the Gantt chart also you can see, you can right click, you can go to show height bar styles, you can go to baseline and you can choose the option of baseline, and it will also show you the last date on which you saved the changes in your baseline. So you can click on this particular button and you will see some gray bars will be displayed in your Gantt chart right below your main bars, which were your normal bars, activity bars. Okay, these gray bars will remain static throughout your progress update because this is the baseline. This you have set as a reference point and it will not change. What will change is these red bars and blue bars. These might go up and down and left and right because of the actual start and actual finish dates, but this baseline will remain static throughout. Then you need to add the columns of baseline start and baseline finish to see the dates of the baseline. So baseline start I have added and this is the baseline finish. So right now you will see that whatever were the start dates and finish dates are similar to your baseline start and baseline finish. Why I added the baseline start and baseline finishes? Because I want these dates to be constant, and with respect to these dates, I want to check whether the activity of, let's say, site clearance, it has a baseline start of 22nd October. Whether site clearance started on 22nd October or no. Suppose it started on 23rd of October, then I will get to know by comparing it with the baseline date that, okay, my site clearance started one day after the scheduled start. That means there is a 1 day delay in starting of the site clearance activity as per the baseline. Okay. Now you will ask me, you will argue that what is this start? What is this finish versus what is the difference between this baseline start and finish? Just have some patience. Before that, you need to also add some column called as actual start, then your actual finish. Now, what are these columns? You will ask, so many columns you are adding. What is the use of these columns? See, right now, if you see, then actual start and actual finish is showing not applicable. Why? Because yet not we have given the dates for the actual start. We have yet not told our Microsoft project that when did we actual start our project, when did the actual finish of the activity happened and all. So that is why right now NA is being displayed. Whatever updates we will do, we will only touch these columns of actual start and actual finish. Suppose, let us say I am updating my progress status on 4th of November. Then on 4th of November, you will see these three activities will be falling either on or before 4th of November. Then you will update the actual dates for these three activities here, whether the first activity started on what date, ended on what date, second activity and third activity and so on. What will happen to these two columns is based on the inputs that you will give in the actual start and actual finish, MS Project will automatically update these dates for the entire project and will give you new dates. Suppose your site clearance delayed by 1 day, then automatically MSP will delay the complete project by 1 day because site clearance is a critical activity. It is lying on the critical path. If site clearance is getting delayed by 1 day, every date will shift by 1 day and your project will get extended by 1 day. So these will be your forecasted dates, and some dates will be your actual dates also. Like site clearance, it already completed. So these will be actual dates, but versus all the other dates will be your forecasted dates. That is why it is advised not to touch the column of start and finish and let MSP update these dates automatically for you. We will only make the changes in actual start and actual finish. Then some other columns we need to add, like actual duration, then your remaining duration, and then your percentage complete. And then one very important thing is physical percentage complete. What are all these columns? We will understand slowly and steadily throughout the video. So first of all, after setting the baseline, next step would be to set a status date. Now, what is the status date? Status date is nothing but the date on which you want to measure the progress of your project. I would say the date with respect to which you are tracking your activities. Like suppose the client says that I want to track the activity on 4th of November. So I will just write November 4th, 2018 and I'll click on OK. So now you see your status date has been set as 4th of November 2018. Now you will consider the date of status as 4th of November, and whatever activities are falling behind 4th of November, you will try to track all those activities. If you want the status date to be reflected in the Gantt chart, you can simply right click, you can go to grid lines, then you can choose the status date here. You can choose the type of line. I'll choose the solid line. You can give a color to your line, let's say green color, and you can click on OK. Now you can see the status date 4th of November is highlighted in your Gantt chart also. So you might also argue whether the status date is same as the current date. Might be possible or might not be. You might be on 10th of November, the current date might be 10th of November, but the client is interested to get the status as on 4th of November. So status date and current date might be similar or might not be. Okay. So we are on 4th of November, and on 4th of November, these three activities are either behind it or on this status date. So we need to see these three activities very carefully, which is site clearance, excavation, and foundation. One very important thing is might be possible that your although your foundation is scheduled to complete on 10th of November, and this 10th of November, as you can clearly see, is after your status date. But suppose might be a very hypothetical case, but suppose your project is progressing too fast, very fast. You have uploaded so many resources in the project that your foundation gets completed on 2nd of November by chance. Then your column casting will also come into picture because your progress is going too fast. Although column casting was after 5th of November or 4th of November, but since your progress is too good, then you will have to also track column casting, because might be possible that the actual date for column casting is lying behind this 4th of November. Might be possible that column casting is starting on 3rd of November or 4th of November. Then you have to track column casting also. Okay. Now, first of all, for the very first case, let us consider that everything is going as per the schedule. Whatever dates you chose as the baseline dates are the actual dates only. That means site clearance started on 22nd only, it ended on 23rd. Then your next activity, which is nothing but your excavation, it started on 24th, ended on 30th. Then your next activity, foundation, it started on 31st, and as on 4th of November, how many days have passed? 31st has passed, 1st of November, 2nd of November, and 3rd of November. If you see 4th of November will be a Sunday on 2018. So 4 days have passed and the activity duration is of 10 days. So 40% of the activity has got completed. So if your progress is going totally as per the baseline, then how to update the progress? What you can do is there are two ways. Either you can go to this update project and you can click on update work as complete through and set 0 to 100% complete, or second option is set 0% or 100% complete only. So first of all, we will click the option of set 0 to 100% complete and we will click on OK and we will see what happens. So after you click on OK, you will see that as per the status date of 4th of November, everything has got updated behind this. I told you as everything is as per the baseline, so all the dates will be as per the baseline. Your site clearance started on 22nd, it was scheduled on 22nd, ended on 23rd. The next activity started on 24th, ended on 30th, totally as per the baseline. And the foundation activity started on 31st. It was scheduled to start on 31st. One more thing you will see is actual duration is totally similar to the scheduled duration for these two activities. But here, if you see, actual duration is 4 days and remaining duration is 6 days. And the scheduled duration is also 10 days for foundation, if you see. Why is this so? Because I have marked the activities as per the schedule happening. So that is why the third activity is starting on 31st. As on 4th of November, if you see, then 31st, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, only 4 days have crossed. That is why the actual duration is being displayed as 4 days, and 10 minus 4 will be your 6. So that is why 6 days is your remaining duration. What is percentage complete? Percentage complete is nothing but whatever how much of the duration of the activity has got completed. So 100% of the duration for this activity has completed. Similarly for second, but for third activity only 4 days have crossed, whereas the total duration was 10 days, 4 plus 6 days. So what is the formula for percentage complete? See, percentage complete can be calculated by dividing the actual duration and actual duration plus remaining duration. So if you see, actual duration plus remaining duration is 10 days and your actual duration was 4 days. So 4 divided by 10 will be your 40% or 0.4. Okay. What is physical percentage complete? See, physical percentage complete means how much of the activity has actually got completed, or I would say how much of the work has actually got completed in terms of quantities. Your site clearance has got 100% completed, you only told, then it will be 100%. Similarly, your next activity is excavation, it has also got 100% complete. But might be possible that your foundation, although 40% of the duration has passed, that means out of 10 days, 4 days have crossed, but might be possible that only 20% of the work got completed. That means still 80% of the work is left. This might be possible, or the other case can be it is going as per the duration. It might be 40%. Okay, so this was the first case. Other case is how to update the same thing through other method. So I'll just delete these dates first of all. I'll delete these dates and I'll mark it as NA. And you see remaining duration is back to original. Okay. How to update this in other fashion? You need to go to the task. And here what you can do is you can either click it as mark on track, or you can update the percentages from here also. Like first activity site clearance is 100% complete. So you can mark it as 100% complete and you will see it will update the actual start and actual finish as per the baseline only. And your percentage complete will be 100%. Okay, this physical percentage complete you will have to manually enter. It will not get updated automatically at all, because this is not at all based on the duration. This is based on the quantum of work that has actually got completed. So you will have to ask the manager who is managing that particular activity that how much percentage of the work has got completed. But once you update the actual finish, then you cannot say that the physical percentage complete is less than 100%, because you already told that the activity has got completed. That simply means that physical completion will be 100%. Okay. Now coming to the second activity, I told this activity is also completed as per the baseline. So you can either click on this 100% or you can mark on track. If you mark on track, same thing will happen. It will copy the baseline dates into actual dates. Okay. And your percentage complete will be 100%. And definitely by default, your actual finish is falling on 30th October. That means your activity has got completed. So physical percentage completion will also be 100%. Okay. Similarly, third activity also is on track. So you can simply click on mark on track and it will take the same thing again. 40% physical percentage complete, you will have to enter manually. Let us say it is 20%. Okay. So this is the other way to update the progress of the project if your progress is totally as per the baseline. Now we will move to the other case where your project is not progressing as per the baseline, which is the most usual case in the construction projects. Okay, let us now start. Your site clearance, let us say it started on 22nd October only. So you can just choose the date from here, or other way to choose the date is go to the project, go to the update project, sorry, go to your task, click on this arrow near the mark on track, go to update task, and here also you can choose the actual dates. Okay, this is another method, but we will choose the simpler method and we will write the dates here, which is your October. This is October 22 and 2018 and click on enter. So your activity, first activity, which is site clearance, started on 22nd of October 2018. But let us say for the argument purpose that instead of finishing on 23rd October, your activity got finished on 24th October. So you can mention it manually here, October 24, 2018, and you can click on enter. Now it will give a pop-up that it is beyond the what to say particular duration, so it will alter the duration, although this activity is a fixed duration type, so it will accommodate the changes of the resources. So we will click on OK because our activity is extending, so definitely our resources will also extend to the third day, although our activity was planned for 2 days, but now you see this days has changed to 3 days, and all the activities after site clearance have been updated by Microsoft Proeject automatically based on the relationships with the site clearance. Okay, and instead of the project getting completed in 78 days, now the project is getting completed in 79 days because your site clearance had got extended by 1 day. Okay, now you see percentage completion has also got updated to 100%, but physical percentage completion will not get updated. You will have to delete this and you will have to enter it manually. So it is also 100% complete. We are giving the percentage ourselves. Next activity, let us say it was supposed to start on 24th October as per the baseline start, but let us say it did not start on 24th October. Instead, it started on, let us say, 26th October. 2018, and we'll click on OK. But it should have ended on 30th October, and we will say OK. We geared up for this activity and it got completed on the same date, which is your 30th October 2018, and we will click on OK. You see the actual duration is 4 days. Your baseline duration was something 6 days, I think. 24th October to 30th October. And here everything will update as per the actual, and these dates will change based on the forecasted dates. Now you see you managed to do the activity on time, so your project is back to 78 days. Okay. So actual duration has also got updated. Remaining duration is 0 days. Why? Because the activity has already got completed. There is no remaining duration. Physical percentage will also be 100% because you have given an actual finish date to this. Now coming to the third activity. Let us say this activity was supposed to start on 31st October and it is starting on 31st October. So October 31st, 2018. And you will click on OK. Now you see, we are on 4th of November 2018 as per the status date. You have set the status date as 4th of November 2018. You are telling, you asked the manager for this particular activity of foundation and you asked him, sir, when will this particular activity get completed as per your analysis? So he will say that my activity will go till, let us say, 10th of November or 12th of November. 10th of November is the baseline, but let us say he tells that progress is not so good. We have only completed 20% of the task. So it might get completed after 10th of November. It will not get completed on 10th of November. So how to update the actual duration and remaining duration here? Instead of giving the percentage complete yourself, dates and all yourself, what I suggest is go to the task. And what to do is, first of all, click on mark on track. After you hit on mark on track, it will take some percentage complete itself. It will take the actual duration as 4 days and it will take the remaining duration as 6 days. Now see, actual duration is 4 days. Why? Because on 4th of November, if you see, then 4 days have only passed. 31st October, 1st November, 2nd November, and 3rd November. So actual duration is 4 days. But suppose the manager of this activity is telling that instead of 6 days, this activity will will carry on further for 8 days total. Instead of 6 days, it will go to 8 days. So just make it to 8 days and click on OK. After you click on OK, you will see that this percentage complete automatically gets updated. Now it has changed to 33% instead of 40%. Why? Because you have increased the remaining duration for the activity. Actual duration is still the same. So that is why percentage complete got changed. So what I suggest is never enter the percentage complete yourself. For the activity which is in progress, just mention the actual date, go to task, mark on track, let the actual duration and remaining duration come automatically, then change the remaining duration manually, and percentage complete will automatically get displayed. Suppose if you try to alter percentage complete yourself, then what will happen? Suppose I make it to 45% and I click on enter. Then you see actual duration will change to 5.4 days. Is it possible that the actual duration becomes 5.4 days? No, it is not at all possible, because you are tracking the status on 4th of November and the activity started on 31st October. So minimum number of days, maximum number of days is 4 days only. The actual duration cannot be 5.4 days at any cost. So that is why it is recommended not to touch the percentage complete yourself. Instead, enter the remaining duration. I'll just click undo and you will see physical percentage complete. You will have to ask the manager. You will have to ask him how much of the work has actually got completed based on the quantities and all. So he will tell you 20% or let us say 25%. You can update it here. What is the use of percentage complete and physical percentage complete? We will understand this in the next video, because this will influence your earned value calculations. What is the budgeted cost of work performed will be totally dependent on this percentage complete and physical percentage complete. You will have to update these features in file and options into the earned value method calculations. So this we will see in the coming videos. But as of now, this is how you can update the progress of your project in terms of dates. Now coming to the cost, how can you update the cost? You can simply mention the column of actual cost here, and you can also mention baseline cost if you want. And that's it. These two columns will be enough. So you can easily see that your first activity got extended by 1 day. The baseline was of 2 days. If you add the column of baseline duration here, I'll just insert one column of baseline duration. So you will be able to see the baseline duration was 2 days, actual duration is 3 days. So definitely the actual cost will be more than the baseline cost. What Microsoft Project has done, all the resources that were planned for 2 days, it has extended these resources to 3 days. That is why the cost is becoming higher. For second activity, if you see, baseline duration was 6 days, but your actual duration is less, which is 4 days. So that is why your actual cost will be less and your baseline cost will be more. Whatever resources were assigned for 6 days, MSP has reduced those resources to 4 days, and the actual cost is coming less. Okay. Similarly, for third activity, if you see, it will calculate the baseline duration, baseline cost as per the baseline duration. But your actual cost, whatever is the actual cost, will be calculated based on your actual duration that has passed. Why this is coming as 4 lakh and something? You will argue only for 33% of the duration has got completed and the cost is coming so much. Why? What we did is the resource of plain cement concrete in this particular activity, we marked it as, you see, we'll go to the resource sheet, and instead of making it as prorated, we have made PCC as start kind of accrue. That is why your cost is coming in the starting of the activity itself. Whenever your activity started, the cost of PCC, which is 4,000 rupees per cubic meter, it will be 4 lakh rupees, because we have considered 100 cubic meter for PCC. That is why this 4 lakh is coming in the starting of the activity itself. If you go to the task usage, you will be able to see this very clearly. So here, if you see your foundation activity, if you scroll to task, then you will be able to see, you just add the column of cost here, actual cost. So for PCC, you can see this 4 lakh cost is coming on the first day of the activity itself. And on other days, this cost is coming 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So 4 days have only crossed. That is why actual cost is coming only for these 4 days. And these costs are added to calculate the actual cost. Your engineer one has worked 40 hours, 4 days, 2000, 2000, 2000, and 2000. This will be the 8,000 rupees for engineer 1. Similarly, for mason 2, also it will be 8,000 rupees. For helper, it will be 2,000 rupees. If you add all these actual costs, this is what was displayed in your main view. Okay. So this is how you update the progress of your project. I hope these things were very much clear to you all. And if you see the summary task, then these percentages, these durations, these are calculated based on the internal tasks that are associated with these summary tasks. For example, for civil works, the task will be these 5 tasks. Based on the percentage completion of these tasks, it will automatically calculate, and there will be some error here and there because of which this point and all decimal and all is being displayed. So you need not worry about all this. So you have updated it. Now the next step will be just go to earned value table and display all the parameters related to earned value, like your budget at completion, estimate to complete, estimate at completion, then your schedule performance index, cost performance index, and generate a report out of it and present it to the management or to the client, whosoever is interested in knowing that. One thing which you can see from the forecasted dates is that your project has got delayed by 2 days. Earlier, it was forecasted to be completed in 78 days, but now it is showing as 80 days. So these all reports you can present through the earned value management table. We will learn this in the next video. So I think this is all about the progress update or progress tracking for Microsoft project. Thank you, everyone.